Please send all your comments and questions to my Facebook page down here and my newly created Twitter account here, which I do check regularly. Enjoy, guys. Hey guys, just a quick update before the Arowana Care Guide. Basically, I've signed the contract for the magazine article I was telling you guys about for tropical fish keeping hobbyists. So it is official, signed, sealed, and delivered. My article is going to be one of the featured articles in the August issue, which comes out in July. So definitely check out that magazine, Tropical Fish Keeping Hobbyist, August issue. Thanks, guys. Enjoy this video. Peace out. Welcome to the Arowana Care Guide. Hopefully, this guide will let you guys know everything you need to know about arowanas and keeping them. This is a list of all the arowanas that I have. Obviously, there are other breeds, but they're more or less treated the same way as I've described in this video. The size of arowanas vary per breed. The red are the biggest Asians, which grow to over 3 feet. The golds, blues, greens, and jars grow just over 2 feet, and the largest are the silver arowanas, comparable to their larger cousins, the arapamas, who grow over 4 feet. The arowanas are as beautiful as they are diverse from all parts of the world. Jardinis and lays are from Australia. The South American silvers are from the Amazon River and other parts of South America. And the golds, reds, and blue-based crossbacks and greens are from Southeast Asia. In saying so, most of these arowanas are favorable of hot tropical climates of about 26 degrees Celsius for the water, but they're very hardy fish and can survive in a multitude of temperatures, so don't worry if you're slightly off. They say that some pets are for a lifetime, and for arowanas they weren't joking. These babies can live up to 100 years. There are many arowanas documented over 40 and 50 years old. One of the most famous fish guys in Malaysia once told me that arowanas are amongst the hardiest fish in the world and can pretty much survive through anything due to their prehistoric nature. And if you can't keep an arowana, there are many fish that you shouldn't keep. Wise words to follow. Much like koi, arowanas diverge in their characters according to breed and of course the individual. Greens and jars often exhibit more territorial and aggressive behavior, whereas silvers are often more serene and can be easily hand tamed, like Big Mama is right here in this picture. So they vary, but generally they're very good natured fish, except for jars, probably. They chase anything that moves. The thing that makes them beautiful to keep is how human interactive they can be. They can be trained to recognize you, hand feed, and stroke like a dog. They even respond to sounds and chimes and anything that you can condition them to. Beautiful, intelligent, and amazing fish to keep. And now the best part of the video is the feeding. Well, for babies, I believe in feeding them like frozen prawns that have been defrosted and pellets and, generally more delicate food. I don't really like live foods because, humanitarian reasons, and also it's dirtier, higher chance of diseases, especially not goldfish, no nutritional value. For the adults, you can feed thawed fish meat from the market, whole fish feet from the market if you can get small ones, peeled prawns, pellets. Again, live food, I'm not so big on it, but some people do believe it brings out the color, so it's totally up to you, but they don't need it. These babies can grow 1 to 3 inches a month if you feed them a good, clean, diverse diet and you feed babies multiple times a day. Obviously, jars, greens, and golds will have a slower growth rate than the others. An issue often up for debate, but the general rule is for Asians, jars, and lays, 6 feet should be sufficient, and for silvers, 8 to 10 feet. But obviously, for arowanas, the best place to put them is big ponds where they can really swim and grow to their fullest potential. And as you can see from my fish, once I put them in the pond, they just started growing like weeds. They started getting confident, interactive, and you just can't see their full potential unless they're in a huge tank. Let's put it that way. But if you do keep them in a tank, make sure that the lids are strong and tightly closed with little to no gaps because these guys are big jumpers, especially when they're scared and vulnerable in a smaller tank. And also, they enjoy a really strong filtration system because they love swimming against the water flow, which is beautiful for their metabolic rate, health, and exercise. And as with the general rule with most predatory fish, keep them with fish that they can't swallow and also that they can't be swallowed by. So basically, just keep them with other, big gouramis, Oscars, whatever won't fit into their mouths. And also, it's important to note that jardinis do not do well with other fish in small tanks because they're just too aggressive. These fish have truly lived up to their name as being the kings of the river. Each species is beautiful and distinct to their own kind. And just as a quick summary, I've been blessed to have kept most of these species, and I have to say that my favorite has to be the silver, just because it's so human interactive and they're beautiful fish to keep, so give them a go. Only if you have the means to keep such majestic beasts. Thank you so much for all the continued love and support. Please continue to support me, subscribe, and just leave your comments and questions below. Thanks guys, see you in the magazine.